Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, Ba'ashem Chakvadash. My name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. It's the apostles video reviewing Ask an Older Man.
Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm laughing because of this situation. Anyway, I'm going to title this video Isaiah 4:1, Isaiah 4:1, Isaiah 4:1. Feminism fades when the economy gets tough. You hear me? Anyway, I'm watching this video. Let me subscribe to him. I think I subscribed to him on my other YouTube page. This is Ask an Older Man. He's been around for years. He's married to an Edomite, by the way. I believe he's based in England right now. He's Caribbean, born in one of the Caribbean islands. So the topic is feminism fades when the economy gets tough. Now this first, I'm not going to play any of this. This first woman, this black woman, she's crashing out big time. She's crashing out big time because I guess she has this deadline. She got to pay this. She got to get this money up before tomorrow. She doesn't say what bill it is. I don't know if it's rent or car payment or whatever. And she says she's complaining how she works hard. She busts her ass. Look, y'all got to get with the program. Isaiah 4:1. Isaiah 4:1. You single mothers out there, you independent women like Destiny Child's independent woman song. That was good back then, but the economy switches up. So this gentleman right here is saying that when the economy is doing bad, everybody suffers. But who suffers more so? Women. You figure you got a good education, you got an education, you might got a couple of degrees here and there, whatever thing you studied in school, and you got a decent job. Well, you had a decent job back in 2018, 2019, 2020. Things changed in 2021 up until now. Prices have gone up. Everything's crazy high now. So you can't make ends meet. So you can't play that single. Well, now you have a lot of women that are just single without children. But then you have women that are single with children, and they're trying to do a juggling act, taking care of the kids. They got a bunch of kids, and there's no man in the house. And a couple of years ago, you can manage all that and pay the bills on time. Now you're struggling. And you're working harder. Your money is spent before you even get it. That's an old saying. Because when you get that check in your mind, the bills are already got to be taken care of first. So you can watch this video. I watched it up until about this point. Let me see, where is this one at? Right about here. I watched it up until about here. But she's crashing out for most of the first part of the video. So I thought about Isaiah 4:1. So we're going to get into Isaiah 4:1. We already know what it is. Let me see. Let me just put it in general. Bear with me for a minute, y'all. Let me get my bearings straight. Okay, so let's go. What does Isaiah 4:1 mean? Describe what we're living in now, this year, 2026. A scene of desperate social collapse. Right?
Also said desperate social collapse. And it's like this willful ignorance. They believe that these people, these anti-Christians and these regular people, believe that that America is not in the Bible. Like these people are like literally they're crazy. They have this amazing ability to compartmentalize different thoughts, or they're just lying because well both, and they're lying about their current mental state. That they're really worried and afraid and have anxiety over America being not the top country anymore, can't police the earth anymore, or it's getting more difficult because they're getting resistance. We got a scene of desperate social collapse where, following massive war, time loss of men. It's going to be simultaneous. All right, it's going to be simultaneous. They're going to get drafted, or a lot of them going to be put to death here. 7 women shall choose one man to marry him. They offer to provide their own food and clothing, reversing traditional marriage roles, just to eliminate the shame of being unmarried and without protection. Well, they're not going to be providing actual clothing because they don't have any power. The only power they have is to serve. All right, so they're going to submit to the Israelite man that's in the faith that is of the elect. All right. They don't. Women ain't going to have powers to go out and find food and clothing and take care of themselves. They're going to defer to the judgment of the elect man.
We're following massive wartime loss of men, a shortage of men. Connecting to Isaiah.
Not just any man, all right. But no, initially, yeah, I can see women deferring to men in general. But yeah, if you're not with elect man, you're not gonna be saved because America is going to be completely burned with fire, 100%.
Chapter 3. Isaiah 4:1 is referring to right now. It's right at the door. These women out here, they're gonna need men, and they're gonna realize that they got to share that man with other women. Sister, what do you call it? Sister wife. Sister wife. When you look that word up, it means you have 2 women, they're sisters, and a man marries, which is against the law of the screen women that are like sisters to each other, but they all married to this one man. So we're going back to the ancient ways, and we're being forced into it, which is a good thing. These women are fucking out of order, completely out of order, man. I'll say 99.9% of them are a bunch of hoes. Women that are active, man, and when I say active, I mean active. So, hey, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get what we want. What we want. The Israelite man wants. It says 7 women chase one man. See, we in the chasing women. Go to the store, and I do that all the time. If I see a woman, I see something I got to say about her. I'll say a little something just to see if she bites. And sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. You know, so we chasing women. So
look up that word. I think that word there is chazak, which is a very powerful word there. Let me double check it. It's Strong's. Take hold. H2388. Yeah, chazak, which means you gotta go down to the proper usage. It means to have or take, keep, hold, retain. So the women will actually be able to retain a man in that day. Hold up, sustain, support. Strength has to do with strength. So this is an aggressive, it's a verb, it's an action. All right. This is aggressive. So right now, the way things are, women, you gotta approach men now. Because men are smartened up and said, okay, well, most of you full of shit. You like to play games. So when this calamity happens, it's going to be an urgent cry. It's going to be desperate. That you haven't eaten in 3 days or showered or washed your face. That's how bad it's going to be. You're going to get the first thing that come your way. Oh, and you're trying to look, oh, is the curvature of his face right? Do you got the right package? You don't, it ain't going to matter. What's going to matter is your survival. All right. So to take or keep hold of, retain, I think this is the best definition here. Let me see. So I got the highlighter on here. Purple, royal purple. How you want to see? Right there. All right. To press. Oh, there's some good ones up here too. To press, to urge. So take hold. All right. To firm, be caught fast, be secure. All right. So that I like these two lines. Number A3. And under 3H. To have or take or keep hold of, retain, hold up, sustain, support. To hold, contain. All right. And they're going to be aggressive. All right.
You know, the roles are reversing. Women are going to have to chase us. A man shall be, an Israelite man shall be more precious than fine gold. We are the prize. We're talking about that, myself, Apostle Gabar, and Bishop Sakaran, and we're talking about it on the street. That what value does a woman carry? What's her body? If she looks good, she got a nice body, and what she got in between her legs, her breasts, her body, her legs, her ass. That's her only value. Her only value is her body, what she got in her body. Not her education. You know, I got a nice body plus a doctorate in this. We don't give a fuck about. What do we care about we don't care about your doctorate in this and doctorate in that.
Well-educated woman, like I guess you're gonna be by yourself. Now you're marked. We know who to avoid. Anybody that's associated with you, we avoid. Okay, good. So you're definitely not getting any help.
Your master's degree. Well, I got a master's degree. We don't give a fuck about your master's degree. Can you cook? You know? Can you make a brother feel good? You know? It says 7 women chase 1 man to marry him. That's second Ezra 16. I'm going to go to somebody can put it in the chat. I may go to it. Also, Isaiah chapter 13, just to name 2. They offer to provide their own food and clothing. Let me read that again. So when Bishop Nate says this, he said that's going to happen in the kingdom. How in the hell is that going to happen in the kingdom? Where in the kingdom, our wives are not going to have to work. They're going to have servants, handmaids, butlers, helpers.
Yeah, no Israelite will be working. Okay, that's going to be completely optional, depending on what the man wants. But we're royalty. We will be served. The men of Israel, the women of Israel, the children of Israel are going to be served. No worry. The woman's not gonna have to slave over a hot stove and all that old expression. They're not gonna let her do that. Be sweating in the kitchen. It's 90 degrees outside, and then you turn the oven on, it's 100 degrees. That's with no AC. Heat transfer and all that didn't happen. So Esau, Edom, he's going to be serving. She's going to be serving. The women of those nations are going to be serving. Israel is not going to be serving and cooking meals and up late and preparing food. No, that's going to be the other nations going to be doing that for Israel. The woman is not going to have to work.
Their own food and clothing. Reversing traditional marriage roles. So that's going to happen on this side. These women are going to come and running. They're going to come and run, and they're going to come and run into the right men. Because it's going to get worse out here. Just to eliminate the shame of being unmarried and without protection, that's what a woman really needs. A woman's love for a man is ultimately, can that man protect her? And
right, she's not going to ask, if if it requires, it's not going to be like okay, well, the law says you got to provide food and clothing and all that. And, yeah, the law says that to a wife. All right, but that's not going to be a requirement in that day. Now, if she needs it, of course, we're going to provide it, but that's not going to be a requirement. All right, it's going to be your life for security. All right, either the man protects the woman's life because she's of the elect. All right, if she's an elect woman, she's going to humble herself.
she can say, I have a man. And also having children. She shall be saved in childbearing years only if she continues in the faith. Somebody can put that up.
Exactly, yeah. If she continue in the faith. In Timothy, it says, if she continue in the faith. Let's see. Timothy. First Timothy 2:15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in the faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So see the ifs. So faithful. I mean, she got to worship. She got to worship her husband. She got to worship you, the Israelite man that's in the faith, that's of the elect. And charity and holiness with sobriety. So she can't be a whore. All right, she got to put that off. She has to basically become righteous overnight, right? Even though she's wicked as hell anyway. But she got to perform in that day because we're about to move into immortality. All right, so we all going to improve in that day, especially when things get tighter. We all going to improve. And a woman that's a wicked whore right now, she's gonna smarten up. She's gonna improve. All right, it says it right there. It's 1 Timothy 2:15.
Key interpretations and meanings. Now, I didn't put what's the Black Hebrew Israelites take on this, what's GMS take on this with the IUI. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try the IUIC take.
All right, you can finish watching the video for the IUIC take. All right, this is the Apostles video here. Isaiah 4:1, Isaiah 4:1, Isaiah 4:1. Feminism fades when the economy gets tough. Then he was looking at this person's video here, Ask an Older Man. Feminism fades when the economy gets tough.